Okay, so yung sa Newton's law of cooling, okay, so it's stated that when that the rate of change of the temperature of a body with respect to time is directly proportional to the difference between the temperature of the body and the temperature of the environment. So, if we can see dito, yung rate of change, ito, so dt or the change in the temperature or the difference in the temperature over the differential of a time is equal to the difference between the temperature of the body and the temperature of the environment. So yung T dito, that is the temperature of the body, and then yung Tm is the temperature of the environment. So that is K, or that is the proportionality constant. But if you will write the equation for the definition, okay, so if you will write the definition for the equation, so it means that the rate of change of temperature with respect to time is proportional to the difference between the temperature of the body and the temperature of the environment. So that means the rate of change of the temperature is equal to K times T minus Tm. Ayan. So what does this mean? So example, I have an object and then let's say I put it in a place where the temperature is different. So halimbawa, I have T dito. So yung temperature ng object natin is T, and then ilalagay natin yung object dito sa isang container na merong different temperature Tm. So this is somewhat related to your thermodynamics. Ayan. So thermodynamics. Um, if we combine two objects, so or if we put an object into a place with a different temperature, there will be a change in the temperature on the object. It will either increase in temperature or decrease in temperature, and then after some time, they will have what we call under the thermal equilibrium, wherein under that state, no more energy will be transferred. So if you could recall your thermodynamics. Ayan. So example, the temperature of the body is let's say 10 degrees Celsius. And then the container is let's say 100 degrees Celsius. So if we will put the object with this temperature in to this container with this temperature, of course there will be a change in the temperature in the object. Okay, so it somewhat will adapt to the temperature of the environment. And the rate of change of that temperature can be described in this equation. Okay, if you want to find the temperature of the object after some time, so we will be relying on this formula. Okay, so halimbawa, we place it in a hotter object, so the object will become hotter. Or if we will place it in the colder object, cooler object, so therefore, the object will also decrease in the temperature. Ayan. If you want to find the temperature of the object at any given time t, so like separable equation, so ganito lang din naman yan. So let's cross multiply. So dt over t minus tm is equal to k dt. And then we integrate both sides. So therefore, this is ln of t minus tm is equal to kt plus c. Then we apply exponential. Ayan, so cancel natin. So t minus tm is equal to yan. So CE raised to KT. So shortcut ko na lang. Okay, so this is the equation that we'll be using in describing the rate of change of the temperature with respect to time, or the difference between the temperature of the object and then the temperature of the environment. And then let's say yung K natin, that is the proportionality constant. So this will be the general formula that we'll be using in solving equations or problems involving Newton's law of cooling. Any question? So it's somewhat similar to growth and decay. The difference is this one is a change in, or there's a difference between temperature. In the growth and decay, it's the amount of substance. Ito naman is the temperature of the object. So pinag-usapan natin dito is the temperature of the object. So growth and decay is the amount of substance, or the amount of substance. Okay? Any question? kung wala kayong question, so let's proceed to our first example. So this is our first example. Can you read it? Is it visible? Okay? Okay lang ba, Ivan? Okay. So, okay, for our first example, so let me read. The temperature of a body dropped from 200 degrees to 100 degrees for the first hour. Determine how many degrees the body cooled in 1 hour more if the environment temperature is 10 degrees Celsius. So let's say the unit of the temperature is Celsius. So let's write the given. Ayan. So temperature of our environment is 10 degrees Celsius. So let's say that's 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, so class, ang una nyo rin gagawin ulit is at T is equal to 0, what is the temperature of the object or the body? So initially, the object has a temperature of 200 degrees Celsius. Okay, next. Ano pa yung time na given? So given dito na the object's temperature becomes 100 degrees after 1 hour or after the first hour. So after 1 hour, the temperature becomes 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, ang question ay, determine how many degrees the body cooled in 1 hour more, if the environmental temperature is 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, class. So what is the time? Ano yung time ng temperature na hinahanap natin? Okay, ang sabi dyan is, sabi niya, sir, is 2. Okay? Okay, class, be careful with the English, the statements. So, tama si Benyas. Kasi sabi 1 hour more. So, therefore, do not write 1. So, you need to write 2. Kasi yung time natin is always based on the initial time. Okay? It's always based on the initial time. So, that will be 2 hours. So, after 2 hours from the initial time, so what will be the temperature? Okay? So what's our formula? General form. So general form natin ay T minus Tm is equal to Ce raised to Kt. Now let's apply the two conditions. Now at T is equal to 0, the temperature is 200. So therefore, 200 minus 10 is equal to Ce raised to K times 0. So but this is 1. So therefore, C is 190 degrees Celsius. Okay. So now let's apply the second condition. So after at T is equal to 1 hour, the temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. So applying it to our given equation, so that's 100 minus 10 is equal to, yung C natin is 190, E raised to K times 1. May klase nung kukunin natin. So, e raised to k na lang, no? So, that's, let's divide the whole equation by 190. So, that's 90 over 90. 90 over 190. So, 9 over 19. So, 9 over 19 is equal to e raised to k. Okay. So, therefore, our formula is t minus 10 is equal to 190 times 9 over 19 raised to t. Yeah. So this is our formula for this condition of the body and then the environment. Okay. So after we get the formula for the conditions, so let's apply at T is equal to 2. What's the temperature? So that's T minus 10 is equal to 190 times 9 over 19 raised to 2. So what's our temperature? Can you compute? Can you please compute the... Um, hmm. Ivan, look, we can also predict the answer if it's less than or greater than 100. Baka pare-compute. So we're expecting like less than 100, I think. Kasi pababa yung temperature natin. Ang sagot guys, 52.63. Sabi ni Dominic, it's 52.63 degrees Fahrenheit. So, tama ba? Okay lang. Okay. So, if you also have your calculator, so we can also check it using shift solve. Tama ba? Yung shift solve ba natin? Pwede din naman. Ay, pero huwag na natin yung shift solve. Madali lang naman yan. Madali naman siyang isagot. Okay. Ito na yung question, class. Ang tanong ko ay, is this the final answer? So, based on our computation, after 2 hours, the temperature of the body is 52.63 degree Fahrenheit. Ang real question ay, is this what being asked by the problem? Is this what being required by the problem? Okay, ayan. So be careful with the question on how they are being stated, okay? Ang tanong kasi dyan ay, determine how many degrees the body cooled in 1 hour. So it's different from what is the temperature of the body after 1 more hour. Ay, sorry. It should be this. It should be... Okay. Sorry. Ayan. Okay. So be careful with the question. Tatandaan nyo lang, ang sagot lang natin dito lagi is the actual temperature after the certain time. So that's always the case of the formula. So if you will be using the formula always gives you the actual or the actual temperature of the object after a certain time. Okay? After a certain time, so this is the temperature of the object. But that is not the question. Okay, so if you will reread the question, if you will read it again, so determine how many degrees the body cooled in 1 more hour. So that means, ang sagot natin ay, paano ba susulat? Yung temperature cooled is equal to, so that's 100 minus 52.63. Ayan. So what's the answer? Ayan. So lumamig siya ng 47.37. Oh. May question ba? Is there any question? Okay, kung wala, so we can proceed to our next example. Okay. So our next example is a thermometer is taken from a room that is 20 degrees Celsius to the outdoors where the temperature is 4 degrees Celsius. After 1 minute, the thermometer reads 12 degrees Celsius. What will the reading on the thermometer be after 1 more minute? And B, what will the thermometer read? When will the thermometer read 6 degrees Celsius? Okay, so if we will try to draw a figure for this example, so sabihin na natin ito yung in and then this is out. Ayan. So yung inside ng temperature daw ay 20 degrees Celsius. And then yung outside is 4 degrees Celsius. Ayan. So we have a thermometer which is initially inside and then nilabas siya. Ayan. So nilabas siya dito. Okay, class. So that means at T is equal to 0, what's the reading of the thermometer? Siyempre, kung nasan siya galing, kasi inassume natin na naka-thermal equilibrium siya doon. So that is 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, next. After staying sa labas ng 1 minute, ano ang naging temperature? Okay, so sabi dito, it's 12 degrees Celsius. Okay. So after 1 minute, which is related to this one, ano ang reading niya ay 12 degrees Celsius. Ang tanong ay letter A. What will be the temperature reading daw after 1 more minute? So, anong time ang ilalagay natin? Kasi sabi, after 1 more minute. Okay, so remember, time should always be referred to the initial time. Kung 0 yung initial time natin, so 1 more minute means more. So that should be what? Someone's typing kanina. Si Ivan ba? Ivan? What do you think, Ivan? Okay, so it's 2. You're correct. So 2 more, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Not 2 more. 2 minutes. Okay, so that's the first requirement. So what is the temperature reading on the thermometer after 2 minutes na siyang nilabas? Okay, B. When will the thermometer read 6 degrees? Ang tanong naman dito, time, pag yung temperature ay naging 6 degrees Celsius na. Ayan. So 6 degrees Celsius. Okay, so yan yung mga questions natin. And then we also have the given. So syempre, ang formula lang natin is the same. T minus Tm is equal to Ce raised to Kt. Okay, so what's our, okay, anong tanong dito is ano yung temperature ng environment? Siyempre, kung saan nag-stay yung object natin, saan siya pumunta, yung temperature ng environment, yun yung i-consider natin. So that should be 4 degrees Celsius. 4 degrees Celsius. Okay, so let's apply the first condition. At T is equal to 0, the temperature reading is 20 degrees Celsius. So that should be 20 minus 4 is equal to Ce raised to K times 0. So, but this is equal to 1. So, C is equal to 16. Next, at T is equal to 1, the temperature reading is 12. So, we'll have 12 minus 4 is equal to, yung C natin ay 16. e raised to k times 1. So, kunin na lang natin e raised to k. So, divide natin to ng 16. So, e raised to k is equal to, okay, so that's 12 minus 4 divided by 16. So, 1 half. Okay, so that's equal to 1 half. Ayan. So, therefore, ang formula natin is e minus 4 is equal to 16 times 1 half raised to t. Ayan. So, that's our general formula for this particular problem and then conditions. Okay. So, next so i-apply na natin at letter A. Letter A pala. At T is equal to 2 minutes. What's the temperature reading? So, therefore, T minus 4 is equal to 16 times 1 half squared. So, what's the temperature reading? Okay, so what's it? I think it's 8 ba? Tama ba? 8. Okay, next, B. When will the temperature reading becomes 6 degrees Celsius? Okay, so let's apply also the given. So that's 6 minus 4 is equal to 16 times 1 half raised to t. So inanap natin is t. So divide natin to ng 16. So that's 6 minus 4 over 16. So that's 1 over 8. So 1 over 8 is equal to 1 half raised to t. And then let's apply ln on both sides. So ln of 1/8 is equal to t times ln of 1 half. Then cross multiply. So t is ln of 1/8 over ln of 1 half. So what's the time? Tama ba ako? 3 minutes. Tama ba computation ko? Okay, let me shift solve it. So 6 minus 4 equals 16. Ayan. So the answer is 3. Okay? Okay. Any question? Any question? Wala? Wala kang question? Okay, so I want you to try this one. Ayan. So I want you to try this example. So I'll give you 5 minutes to solve it on your own. Okay, and then after that, solve it. Okay, yung TM natin is given at 20 degrees Celsius because the temperature, the body temperature is kept at the surrounding with this temperature. So that means at T is equal to 0, the temperature of the body is at 40 degrees Celsius. So it is observed that its temperature falls to 35 in 10 minutes. So 10 is equal, T is 10 minutes. Therefore, the temperature is 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, find how much more time it will take for the body to attain a temperature of 30 degrees. So, una, kailangan muna natin yung time para ma-reach yung temperature na 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, same lang naman din. Ang formula natin is T minus Tm is equal to Ce raised to Kt. So, let's apply the first condition. At T is equal to 0, the temperature is 40. So 40 minus 20 is equal to Ce K times 0. So but this is 1. So C is equal to 20. Okay, next. At T is equal to 10 minutes, the temperature is 35. So 35 minus 20 is equal to 20 e raised to K times 10. Now divide this by 20. So, yeah. 35 minus 20 divided by 20. 3/4. So 3 over 4 is equal to e raised to k times 10. So raise natin yung buo na 1 over 10. So therefore, e raised to k is equal to 3 over 4 raised to 1 over 10. So that means our formula is t minus 20 is equal to 20 times 3 over 4 t over 10. Okay, so let's apply given. So at t is equal to 30 degrees Celsius, so what's the time it takes? So that's 30 minus 20 is equal to 20 times 3 over 4 t over 10. Divide natin to ng 20. So we'll only have 30 minus 20 divided by 20. It's 1/2. So 1/2 is equal to 3 over 4 raised to t over 10. So let's apply ln on both sides. So ln of 1/2 is equal to t over 10 times ln of 3/4. So therefore, shortcut ko na lang. T is equal to 10 ln of 1/2 over ln of 3/4. So yung sagot ay 24.09 minutes. But the question, that's not the question. The question is find how much more time. So, magsasubtract lang tayo. So, therefore, dito ko lang susulat. Time required is 24.09 minus 10. So, the answer is 14.09 minutes. Ayan. Okay, so that is the required time. Okay? Okay, so let's proceed to another example. Okay, at 1 p.m., a thermometer reading 70 Fahrenheit is taken outside where the air temperature is negative 10 degrees Celsius. So if you will, okay, again, so let's have, okay, meron naman tayong in, and then meron din naman tayong out. So yung reading ng thermometer, okay, ang temperature sa labas ay negative 10 degrees. So yung reading dito ay 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So nilabas siya. So this is at 1 p.m. Ayan. Okay? So that means the initial time there is 0. So nilabas siya. So nilabas siya. Ayan. And then at 1:02 p.m., the reading is 26. So at 1:02 p.m., the thermometer reading is 26 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? And then at 1:05 p.m., the thermometer is taken back indoor where the air is 70 degrees. So binalik siya dito na yung thermometer ng air ay 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Ipinasok na naman siya. Okay. Kaya ang tanong ay, what is the reading at 1:09 p.m.? So 1:05 yan. So sa 1:09 p.m., ano yung temperature reading? Temperature reading. Okay, so meron tayong dalawang klaseng environment na i-consider. So una yung in and then out. So syempre, ang una natin consider ngayon is nanggaling siya sa in, ilalabas siya. So ang unang environment natin is yung, syempre, yung out. Tama ba? Yung out. Ay, sorry. Tama. Yung out. Okay. So yun ang una natin gagawin. So una tayo sa out. Okay? Sa out, ang temperature ng environment natin ay -10 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? So ang gagawin natin ay, formula natin, T minus Tm is equal to CE raised to KT. So first condition, at T is equal to 0, the temperature is, so nilabas natin siya, ayan, so na temperature niya ay 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is 70 minus -10 is equal to CE raised to KT. So this one is equal to 1. So C is 80. The next condition, at T is equal to, kasi ang sabi dito after at 1:02, that means ang T natin ay 2 minutes. Okay? So ang time ngayon dito ay 2 minutes. Okay? Ang temperature ay naging 26 degrees Fahrenheit. So 26 minus -10 is equal to CE raised to K times 2. But C natin is 80. 80. So divide natin to ng 80. So that will be 36 divided by 80. So that's a 9/20. Okay. 9/20 is equal to E raised to K times 2. And then we'll just raise both sides by 1/2. So E raised to K is equal to 9/20 raised to 1/2. Okay. So therefore, ang formula ng sa labas ay T plus 10 is equal to 80 times 9/20 raised to T over 2. So ano ba yung target natin? So ang target kasi natin is kunin na muna natin yung temperature at 1:05. So therefore, at T is equal to 5 minutes, ano yung ating temperature? So temperature is T plus 10 is equal to 80 times 9/20 raised to 5/2. So what's our temperature? Okay, ang late na lang. 0.8673 degrees Fahrenheit. Tama ba ako? Okay? Okay. Next. Okay, class. Ito yung ibig sabihin niyan, no? Um, that means, nung bago siya ipasok at 105, ang temperature ay 0.8673 degrees Fahrenheit. So, pinasok siya at this temperature. So, therefore, ito ngayon yung magiging kanyang initial temperature pagpasok niya. Okay, pagpasok niya doon sa inside ulit, okay, kaya ang gagawin natin dito is mag-i-inside na tayo na yung TM natin ay magiging na siyang 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So at T is equal to 0, ang temperature natin ay 0.8673 degrees Fahrenheit. So there's a change. Dahil nagbago na yung environment natin at nagbago na din yung temperature. Ayan. So i-apply lang natin ito. So sa formula natin, T minus Tm is equal to Ce raised to Kt. So therefore, we'll have 0.8673 minus 70 is equal to Ce K times 0. So this is 1. So therefore, C is negative 69.1327 degrees Fahrenheit. Ayan. Okay? Ang question lang naman dito ay, ano ang magiging, paano natin i-consider ngayon yung e raised to k? Yun yung problema, yung e raised to k. Okay, so yung e raised to k, class, it will be the same, tandaan nyo to, yung ano yung e raised to k kanina, it's the same na e raised to k dito sa ano natin. Kasi hindi naman nagbago yung object natin. Di ba yung k is the proportionality constant? Kung naalala ninyo yung sa thermodynamics, na ang lahat ng bagay o lahat ng object, meron silang kanya-kanyang specific heat. So di ba yung specific heat na yon na hindi naman nagbabago yon kasi natural or property siya ng particular matter or object. Kaya ito, pinag-uusapan natin na isang thermometer lang at hindi naman nagbago yung object natin. So that means whether uminit siya or lumamig, yung specific heat niya or constant of proportionality ng pag-change ng temperature niya ay pareho lang. So ibig sabihin, kung ito yung e raised to k natin dun sa una, which is inner doon sa object natin, it will be the same e raised to k pag pinasok natin siya. Kaya ngayon, ang magiging formula natin is T minus 70 is equal to negative 69.1327 times 9 over 20 T over 2. Yeah. Same lang. And then, i-apply lang natin. So, ano yung time from 5 to 9? So, that is 4 minutes. So, T at 4 minutes. So, that means that's T minus 70 is negative 69.1327 times 9 over 20 raised to 4 over 2. So, what will be the temperature? Okay, it is 56 degrees. Right. So the answer is 56 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so that will be all for today. So do you have any questions?